Weather? Well, why not do it on the water? Matthew Van Beek joins me from River City Sports. We're going to talk about all the things that you can do on the water if you have your very own boat. Good morning, Matthew. Thank you for being here.
Morning. Thank you.
I have to ask you, we're going to get into the nuts and bolts of River City Sports here, but because of the weather being so hot and being forecast for a while that this is going to be a summer-like weekend, how busy were you guys this weekend?
It's always, if the sun's shining, the people are coming. So extremely busy. Phone calls and traffic in the store and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, people that put their boats away last fall, are for the most part, are they ready to go, or are you still getting calls on, hey, I need some help?
Yeah. Well, so it's an interesting thing. As soon as the sun starts shining and it gets warm, it gets kind of into panic mode. But we've started getting everything going. It's in process right now. You know, winter always creates havoc that people don't really totally realize sometimes with the marinas and different things like that. So it can get you a little bit delayed based on work and all that sort of stuff. And there's just a lot to do. So it takes a little bit of time. Yeah.
There's some effort that goes into it.
100%.
Now let me ask you this, whether you cross the Missouri River or you're up by Audubon and Sakakawea or any of the other smaller lakes around the state, you see these boats and pontoons out there and you're going, you know, I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to own that. How can a person know if a boat or a pontoon is right for them?
Yeah. Well, I would start it off with, do you like to be outdoors?
Right.
If you like to be outdoors, it's really one of the best staples that we can. In Bismarck specifically, there's a river running through town, so you're born right on the water. You got Lake Sakakawea, that is just a marvelous fishery, and just a really fantastic boating piece in general. I mean, think about how Sakakawea is so large.
Exactly.
It's not so crowded. You can actually enjoy some of the peace and quiet that comes without the doors without fighting traffic. So, I would start with, do you enjoy being outdoors? If yes, then yeah, boats are for you. Do you have a family that you want to create memories with?
Correct.
There is so many of our customers that, they are even generations into this where like, it's a lifestyle thing, and kids that leave the house, are coming back and bringing grandkids and so on and so forth. So it's this piece that kind of ties the family in for longer than maybe some other people would.
And time flies here. Trust me, we're down to a couple of minutes. But how important when buying a boat or a pontoon or whatever is knowing what service department is available to you?
Oh, that's huge. That really is. It's kind of one of the things that is a silent, I would call it a mandate, to know who's going to take care of you after the fact. Because when you choose a boat for simply that boat and regard nothing else, sometimes that can have a bad experience after the fact if you have a breakdown. Because let's face it, we don't know what we're driving over top of a lot of times with a boat. You got stuff that pops up or things that happen that are a little bit uncontrollable. So having a service department that is there for you when you have those problems can take that ownership of what would have been good to great and keep you coming back. And that's where we're really based in.
Okay, now, somebody that's probably never driven a boat or a pontoon and they're going, I'd like to try it. Is there an opportunity to try before you buy?
Yeah, in general, we try. I mean, there's so many things going across the summer and a really busy season, but we try to put on things where you can do that. And one of the first things that we're going to be doing this season is on May 31st up at Misty Waters Marina. We're having a customer appreciation and test drive type of promotion. So we're going to have quite a few different units, I think upwards of 10 in the water, quite a few more on the ground with a sales staff, and actually dealership's going to be partially shut down that day because we're putting so much effort up there to do that. So that would be, if you're looking to try a boat before you buy it, specifically also if you're looking to upgrade and you don't know what's best for you, also a great opportunity to drive something, because the new boats, the new horsepowers, all that sort of stuff is amazing on the water.
Imagine. What about appointment? Did you just show up for that, or should you make an appointment?
Both would be fine. Okay. Realistically, it would be wonderful to reach out and have an appointment and give a heads up, because then you're going to have somebody dedicated waiting on you and looking for you versus showing up. There might be boats on the water that you already wanted to try.
Sounds great. Matthew, thank you so much. Boats, pontoons, ice castle.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Ice castle is available too. If you haven't seen those fish houses, and they're used
Oh
for
my
many,
gosh.
many things. They're quite luxurious in some cases. So.
And they are so customizable.
Yeah.
That's one of the things we're diving into. We have customers making them their dream little mini cabins.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Good luck, Matthew. Thank you for sharing with us. We
Yeah,
appreciate it.
absolutely. Thank you.